Egypt calls for a true stabilization and reconstruction plan ahead of the Arab League summit. Egypt launches a promotion campaign showcasing its Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr experience. And Egypt announces plans to transfer state-owned enterprises to Egypt's $12 billion sovereign wealth fund. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Qnews, bringing you the latest updates from Egypt. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has reaffirmed Egypt's unwavering support for the Palestinian people and their legitimate rights, particularly their right to self-determination. During a meeting with Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Mustafa, Madbouli announced that the Egyptian government has developed a comprehensive plan to rebuild Gaza while ensuring that Palestinians remain in the enclave. He emphasized that Egypt is making every possible effort to support the Palestinian cause and facilitate relief efforts for war-affected civilians in Gaza. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati has called for stabilizing the current truce in Gaza as a step towards a permanent ceasefire, stressing the urgency of ending the humanitarian crisis affecting millions in the enclave. Speaking at a joint press conference with Palestinian Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Mohammed Mustafa, Abdel-Ati confirmed that Egypt's Gaza reconstruction plan will be presented to Arab foreign ministers on Monday ahead of its official submission to the Arab League summit on Tuesday. Egypt has been actively engaged in diplomatic efforts to de-escalate the conflict, facilitate humanitarian aid, and push for a political resolution to the crisis. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdel-Ati has revealed Egypt will train the Palestinian police forces to be deployed in Gaza as part of the reconstruction plan. Egypt is finalizing preparations for the March 4 Arab Summit on Gaza in Cairo, with Arab foreign ministers set for a preparatory meeting. Foreign Minister Abdel-Ati affirmed Egypt's alignment with the Palestinian Authority on Gaza's security and governance. Moreover, Palestinian Prime Minister Mustafa confirmed Egypt's reconstruction plan will include a clear timeline while ensuring Palestinians remain in their homeland. Egypt has strongly rejected any attempts to threaten Sudan's unity, sovereignty, or territorial integrity, including efforts to form a parallel Sudanese government, warning that such moves would further complicate the crisis and hinder ongoing political reconciliation efforts. In an official statement issued by the Foreign Ministry on Sunday, Egypt stressed that the formation of a rival government would exacerbate Sudan's humanitarian crisis and obstruct efforts to unify political factions. The statement also called on all Sudanese parties to prioritize national interests and engage positively and inclusively in a political process aimed at ending the conflict without foreign interference. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdel-Ati and Eritrea's president have reaffirmed the rejection of any involvement by non-littoral Red Sea nations in the area's security and governance. Egypt and Eritrea have repeatedly rejected all foreign interference in Somalian affairs and declared their support for the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. During their meeting, they discussed preparations for the tripartite ministerial committee's second meeting, which will be held in the Eritrean capital. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Health Population Khalid Abdel Ghaffar has emphasized the need for global collaboration to tackle the challenges of rare diseases. Abdel Ghaffar stressed the humanitarian impact of rare diseases, burdening Egyptian families financially and emotionally. He highlighted Egypt's 25-year efforts in neonatal screening, launching a national rare disease program in 2021 covering 19 genetic disorders. Egypt has also expanded treatment for rare pediatric cancers and blood disorders like sickle cell anemia and hemophilia. Egypt has launched a promotional campaign showcasing Egypt's enchanting and magical experience during the holy month of Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr. The Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities has launched a promotional campaign targeting the Arab market, inviting travelers to experience Egypt during Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr. The campaign, which runs for a month and a half, seeks to attract visitors from Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, Jordan, Qatar, and Bahrain. Haya Karima Foundation has announced it will allocate its entire advertising budget this Ramadan to direct aid, focusing on supporting the most vulnerable families. The initiative provides 1 million food boxes and hot meals nationwide, easing burdens on low-income households. It also offers 15 Umrah trips and financial aid to those in need. As part of its Ramadan campaign, Haya Karima launches the Charity Challenge, urging volunteers, celebrities, and institutions to support the 1 Million Meals initiative. The Board of Trustees of the Egyptian Zakat and Charity House has launched the annual Iftar Sa'im program, providing 3,000 iftar meals fasting visitors of Al-Azhar Mosque. Students from over 120 countries gather to recite the Quran, share meals, and engage in discussions. Founded in 972 AD, Al-Azhar Mosque was Egypt's first Fatimid-era architectural landmark, later renovated 300 years later. Cairo Metro schedule has been adjusted during Ramadan, with operating hours extended by 1 additional hour daily for the holy month. According to a statement by the Ministry of Transport, services will start as usual at 5:15 a.m., but will run an hour later than usual. Passengers will be informed of transfer schedules and service adjustments via station announcements throughout Ramadan to ensure smooth travel. Investment Minister Hassan Al-Khatib announced plans to transfer state-owned enterprises to Egypt's $12 billion sovereign wealth fund. This move aims to maximize returns on state assets and is part of a broader initiative to boost private sector involvement, a condition under an expanded $8 billion IMF loan agreement. The strategy seeks to improve governance, foster private sector partnerships, and potentially list some enterprises to enhance their valuation and returns. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here's what we've been covering. Egypt calls for a true stabilization and reconstruction plan ahead of the Arab League summit. Egypt launches a promotion campaign showcasing its Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr experience. And Egypt announces plans to transfer state-owned enterprises to Egypt's $12 billion sovereign wealth fund. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments, and thank you so much for watching.